What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Paddles Up. My name's Nevan. It's wonderful to see you all again. You look beautiful, and I can't wait to tell you about what we've got to talk to about today. Today, we're just doing a quick little video. We wanted to get something out there talking to first-time paddlers as far as what they can expect and things that they should be bringing for their first time paddling. We found that especially in our local club, this is a question that often needs answering. And we've had a lot of people show up with the inappropriate equipment, which really ruined their day and I think ruined their experience of dragon boating as well. So in this video, basically what we'll be doing is going over things that you should bring, but also maybe what to expect and some personality and some mindset changes that you can bring to make sure that you have the best possible experience. So that being said, we'll dive in right with what to bring on your first day. Now, obviously, it shouldn't have to be said that it is a water sport, and so you can expect to get wet with this. So regarding clothing, just obviously want to make sure that you bring something that you don't mind getting wet. That refers to both your tops and your bottoms, of course. If you want to wear long sleeves or long leggings, that can be very useful for sun protection. But if you want to wear something a little bit shorter, just make sure that it's breathable and again, something that you don't mind getting soaked. One thing that people don't think about is you will need closed-toed shoes as well. And there aren't a lot of closed-toed shoes that people are comfortable getting wet with. So for this, you can go to your Walmart and pick up a $10 pair of water shoes if you'd like. But obviously don't want to have you spend too much money on equipment on your first day in. So even if you just have an old pair of athletic shoes that you don't mind getting soaked, that's perfectly fine as well. I think you'll find that there's a lot of equipment you can get lost in the sinkhole of buying, but obviously for just starting out, you just need the basics and make sure you get on there and have a good time. One other physical item that people don't think about sometimes is the PFDs or the flotation device, the life vest that you need to bring with you. Now, most teams, if you're joining a team for dragon boating, should have those available as part of their equipment already. You know, it is usually a state requirement that everybody on a boat have a PFD. So that'll likely obligate them legally to have those for you, but never a bad idea to reach out to them and just make sure that they'll have those available. If you have your own PFD, of course, you're more than welcome to bring that as well, but certainly don't want you going out and spending a bunch of money on a new PFD for a sport you're not even sure if you're going to stick around with. As far as other things to bring, obviously, we want to make sure that you bring some sunscreen and other forms of sun protection. Again, that could be long sleeves and long pants. It obviously brings sunscreen, and then it could also be a hat if you prefer that. And then also some water. That's a big thing that people don't think about is you will be exhausted on that boat. And it's important to make sure that you bring some water with you. And then finally, the big thing is to bring a towel. Now, obviously you won't bring that on the boat with you because that would get soaked along with you, but you'll want to have it in your car for afterwards so that you don't get your car all wet and all that stuff. But basically that's it for actual items to bring. Another key point though that this kind of transitions us into is the intangible items to bring. And as cheesy as that sounds, the biggest thing you can do is bring a great attitude. And we say that because dragon boat's kind of scary the first time, and especially if you've never been on a boat before, you're getting used to the rocking of the waves, you're kind of packed in together, and it feels very unstable. And that alone is a lot for people to get used to, not even to mention the idea that you're trying to think, oh, now I have this new form that I'm supposed to be implementing. I need to keep in sync with the rest of the people around me so I'm not clacking paddles. And the entire experience can be very overwhelming. So really the best thing that I can recommend to you, other than all of those physical items to bring, is that you come to the experience ready to learn, ready to be uncomfortable, and ready to experience an amazing sport that may just start out a little scary at first. So all that being said, basically for your first practice, just focus on having a fantastic time and learning as much as you can and taking in the entire experience. Please, if I had one piece of advice, do not focus on trying to be the best paddler you can be on your first experience. It takes a lot of time on the water and it takes a lot of practice in order to become good at dragon boat. And the first step in that is making sure that you're comfortable enough to be on the boat in order to get that practice in to begin with. Well, that about wraps it up for this video. That is all of our tips and tricks and what to expect for your first time being out on a dragon boat. Really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm super excited for you to have your first experience. I remember my first time with dragon boat, and obviously I fell in love with it, and it's become a part of my life even up until this day. So really hope the best for you there. If you did like this video, please, of course, feel free to give us a like down below. It is incredibly helpful to our growing channel right now. And while you're at it, if you don't want to, you could drop a comment down below. Tell us if you have any other tips and tricks for first-time paddlers, and of course, share your stories with us and let us know how your first-time experience went too. We'd love to hear that. Thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next one.